Okay, Gypsy's medical records actually show that she has a chromosomal disorder. And in Mommy Dead and Dearest, I believe, Rod Blanchard himself mentions that Dee Dee told him that Gypsy had a chromosomal disorder that was preventing her from growing like a normal child. It was this chromosomal disorder that was the cause of her epilepsy, that was the cause of her muscles not developing properly in her legs. It was the cause of her needing the feeding tube. It was the cause of her eyes. It was the cause of her needing ear tubes for the ear infections. This chromosomal disorder that Gypsy has is the reason for everything. And in 2011, all the surgery stopped except her needing to get that feeding tube. Her going to get the feeding tube the day before she unalived her mother, I think was also a part of the nail in the coffin for Dee Dee, because she mentioned it several times that she did not want to go and get the feeding tube, that she didn't need the feeding tube. She mentioned it several times that she did not want to go and get the feeding tube, and the evidence shows that she went and got the feeding tube the day before her mother's schmurder. Now, I've talked about this chromosomal disorder once before, but for some reason, TikTok does not like you mentioning it by its name, so I'm not going to mention it by its name here. But all you have to do is a little bit of research, and you will see that the medical records prove that she was actually sick, and she knew the entire time that she could walk, that she did not need to be in that wheelchair, and she could have taken off at any point. She chose not to. She wanted to off her mother so that she could inherit the house and live happily ever after in that house with Dan Glidewell.